Hey, NPS Explorer here, on my way to my home base national park, Cuyahoga Valley National Park, here in beautiful Ohio, situated in between roughly Brecksville and Akron, Ohio, divided by the Towpath Trail, which is a beautiful trail for hiking, biking, walking, and right in the middle of which is the beautiful little town of Peninsula, Ohio. We're going to head over to Brandywine Falls today. If you see any historic national parks posters of our park here, the most notable thing is see Brandywine Falls. So we're going to go see it today. I'm not really sure what's in store for us, whether it's going to be frozen over or whether we're going to see some water movement. It's about 41 degrees right now, so the temperature's nice for me. I'm good to hike. We're going to get a look at it, and I'm going to show you a little bit of my own stomping grounds here. Those of you tuning in who aren't very familiar with our little national park here in Cuyahoga Valley, it's considerably different from nearly every national park that I've been to, in that you're always quietly reminded of the city that surrounds you. There are highways that span around the park, and you can hear the movement of cars even in the peaceful retreat in the trees. No matter what trail you're on, there's really not a lot of escaping it. But on the other hand, it's the most remarkable place to escape to living in this area. It is landmarked by several notable waterfalls. The one we're going to right now, Brandywine Falls. At some point I'll try to get some coverage of Blue Hen Falls, one of my favorites. Both are spectacular for photography, hiking, and just general sightseeing and spending some time away from the daily norm and getting into the woods and enjoying yourself. But our park is different from a lot of the others. There isn't some notable maybe visual reference, like say when I was in Arches, you have all these massive formations that speak for themselves, but there's a lot of history in Cuyahoga Valley that provided a transportation medium between Cleveland and Akron. There's a number of lock demonstration areas where volunteers in the Park Service dress up in historical clothing and demonstrate how these locks worked, which there's also a canal visitor center further north in the park where children can go and learn about how the lock systems worked to raise and lower the boats to move them along the Cuyahoga River. So it is a park, you know, like so many national parks, unto itself, very different, very unusual. Our only national park here in Ohio. We do have a number of national monuments, but this is our only national park, and thus why those of us who have been touched by it are so very proud of it, because well, it's all we got here. It's not like Utah, where those folks are lucky to have tremendous national parks that span from one side of the state to the other. Cuyahoga Valley is it for us. And you know, even the folks that you're going to encounter coming here, as far as the interpretive rangers, a lot of them have worked at national parks throughout the country and bring a lot with them as far as knowledge to speak to, and all have their own take on the history and culture behind Cuyahoga Valley National Park. So I have a lot of respect for them, and I hope you get out here and get to meet them at some point. You're in for quite a treat in our park. It's very unlike many of the other parks in the respect that it spans kind of a narrow width of a long expanse from north to south. It's not like a large, just general geographical area. It's very different in respect to its shape and size. and affords you a number of opportunities for recreating, hiking, backpacking, mountain biking. Now that we've got some new mountain bike trails, bicycling along the towpath trail. Like Utah, kayak. Ohio has an expanse of county and local parks that also weave in and out of the national park system. I'm leaving Richfield, Ohio, coming up State Route 82 towards Snowville Road, which we're going to turn down to go to Brandywine Falls. And off to the left here is Furnace Run Metro Park, one of my favorite parks of the Summit County Park system. It's like a big figure-8 loop with really nice graded trails for sightseeing. Lots of wildlife back there. Easy trails to navigate and get some outdoor time in. Up here, just near the turnpike, we're going to turn east onto Snowville Road, which is going to start leading us back towards Brandywine. One of my favorite places in Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Yeah, I got it. With these prefab homes, this is an area called Jaite, J-A-I-T-E. Also known as the National Park headquarters here in Cuyahoga Valley. There's the Jaite train stop for the Scenic Railroad, and coming up in front of us is the Jaite Trailhead, spanning the park now over to Sagamore Hills Township, about a mile from Brandywine Falls, now turning onto Brandywine Road. If I failed to mention it, we've also got ski areas within the confines of the park, Boston Mills and Brandywine. I'm not a big skier anymore, haven't been for a number of years, but also two other means to recreate in the winter weather. They do make snow, so as you can see, the snow is starting to fade away with the warmer weather over the last few days. We were about 60 degrees when I was out in Utah at 6 degrees, and a lot of that's taken the snow away for us here, although it did snow the other night. So here we are at Brandywine Falls. I've just parked here. The falls are just next to me. You can see Jaite, where we were before at the park headquarters, the Canal Visitors Center, where I had mentioned earlier in the video, and then the Cuyahoga River, which spans through the middle of the park. Lots of folks out here today enjoying the falls, enjoying the trail. I'm just starting the walkway down to the falls, which you can see here. It kind of runs through the woods, and there's a staircase that goes down and then over to the falls, where we'll get a much better view. You can also hike all around to the south, through the river and around up the other side. And in the warmer weather, there's hikes where you actually traverse the river towards the falls, where we did a hike last spring like that, where a gentleman slipped and fell and got hurt, which was where I met one of the park rangers that I'm teaching with the Park Service with, first aid and CPR. He and I took care of this gentleman and got him to help, and took care of his fall incident. Actually, so you can see the stairway is closed. You can see the falls are flowing in full effect here. Again, this is our big landmark item at Cuyahoga Valley Park, the Brandywine Falls. I'm going to keep going down the boardwalk. We're going to try to get as close as we can so you can get a better view here. here at the top of the falls. The lower boardwalk has been closed due to ice. So we're just going to have to observe from up top here. Trying to get a better view of the falls after all. The lower part of the trail has been reopened, and I'm heading back there now. This beautiful boardwalk spans along an expansive shale and gives you a good look of the river down below. Lots of memories here. This is what it's all about. I mean, to look down at the falls from where we were before really just doesn't give you the view that you have down here. So we're gonna get down here and enjoy what we can see. If you're going to come down here in the winter, you really need to be careful. As you can see, the stairwalk is just totally laden with ice. It'd be really easy to slip here and have a fairly significant fall, requiring help to get out of here, which the Park Service is glad to help you with, but if it can be avoided, that'd be much better. It's a beautiful day out here, warmer than expected. Just soaking it all in, enjoying the view. I hope you are enjoying my first shared glimpse of Cuyahoga Valley National Park. No yak tracks today, although they would have probably helped me out a lot. I do have them in my pack, as I suggested you carry on your winter hikes. One look back here, the falls. So again, the boardwalk coming out of the falls, really nice trail. Really easy for kids to get down in. If you have kids and you're coming to visit, they'll find it pretty easy to get down there and enjoy the view with you. At some point in the warmer weather in the spring, I plan to take you on a real hike of the falls, and we'll maybe get in the water, and about the best we can do in the cold weather. But thanks for joining me. I hope you had fun. I hope to see more of you here on my channel. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe below. See you the next time.